Well, thanks, Dan, and my feelings mutual towards all of the distributors and to you too. We have a brotherly love and a common feeling for each other and the kinds of things that we're doing, which is based on helping other people to become more successful in life so they become happier, healthier, and wealthier. We're going to talk about that today because for a period of time, I have been looking at a new formulation, something really extraordinary, something that is not on the market, something that will compete against other products that are on the market for the same purpose, all of which are really not very effective, if at all. And this one is highly effective in 100% of the cases that we use it on. Now that's said a lot, or that says a lot about a product. The demand for it is into the tens of billions of dollars a year. And really it's that big of a product. And with it, gives you an opportunity, since this is make your list of names, to make your list of names, and then you will find, I believe, in my opinion, that most of them will buy this product from you. How is that? Even if you start in your list of names, you start with your hot, your warm, your cool markets. Most people are going to buy this product from you. It's also going to be very reasonably priced, which is makes it another very good selling feature. You will pay good commissions, point per dollar with it. So BVPV will be the same on this. It will have multiple applications in some other areas as we bring out another technology developed and based upon this, which is really quite astounding too in its own rank, and it may go into the billions or even tens of billions of dollars in this category. Now, that's a lot to be said, but even more so, you're going to be able to go on places like the internet or Instagram or wherever you're at, tweet it or toot it or whatever you want to do with it, and I will tell you this, you're going to have a huge response coming back to you on this product. So that's a lot, isn't it, to think about with the product. And I believe this will be the greatest product ever introduced in the history of MLM. And there have been some good ones. You go right back to Amway in the 1950s when they're introducing their LLC product, So Safe You Could Drink It, a cleaning product. Their SA8, their laundry detergent, which is superior to all others. And then it goes on, the Cambridge diet, and then Lose Weight Now, Ask Me How, and many big things like that have come along that have made gigantic companies that are still here today. Some have collapsed and are a fraction of what they are. This one won't collapse. This one will never go away. And the beautiful thing about these products is there are many add-on products that go with it. And once you have them buying this, it's easy to it. And from there, we're going to make it easy for you to expand out into the marketplace with this. So for the people that are really ready to work, and if you are, whether you've been working or not, or just on cruise control through the summer, whatever you're doing, it's time to set some time apart, make your list of names, and get ready to go. Because you're going to want to contact those people first. But if you can't, it doesn't matter. When this comes out, it's going to just rage all over the world. The announcement for it is going to start in this next month, and maybe by the end of August it will roll out, or into the 1st of September. It all is based on a couple of things. Number one, we're going to do a worldwide launch. So it'll be in 45 countries, in all the different languages and all of that, and ready to go. And we want to have inventories there to start with. So this is going to be, instead of just, as we normally do, introducing the United States and then bringing it out in other countries as we can get approval, Vitality, we've just got the approval through Europe this year after almost 4 years of trying to get it through. This one's going to be easy to approve, but it's very dynamic. We're going to have a patent on it so that no one can make the claims that we make with this product. So with all of that, my advice to you is to build your distributor force and reactivate your distributor force for those that fall off, and tell them this is the greatest opportunity coming along. They're going to probably want this product themselves, and almost everyone they know of in certain categories is going to want this product too, which is most of the majority of the people that you're going to talk to, the vast majority. So it's a sensational product, but we're going to do some other things with it to make commission checks very, very big. And with this, we're developing a commercial plan to go with it. Now, with the launch of this, we're going to have photos, befores, afters, all of those testimonies, training materials, things in depth on how to do it. It'll be on YouTube. We'll have a DVD, all of those types of things. And so we're also going to allow this to go into certain types of commercial markets. Now, not on the supermarket shelf by any means, but into specialty markets that are into personal care and personal fitness and things of that nature, because it'll have a tremendous impact there. And we're also going to do some advertising on this, and we're going to allow you to do advertising on it. And we're talking right now with the company to do infomercials on this. And with the infomercials that we will do, then the leads from the people that buy will be put out to the distributors who we see are building the most. And so if the distributors are really active, even if you're brand new and we can see you're building, we'll be looking at that, and you'll be getting leads from out of the blue if we are able to get this infomercial done properly and launched. Now, that might take us a little while on doing that, because you have to get times, and there's many things in infomercial. But I did an infomercial on the thigh cream that I made on Video Professor, if you've seen that one, and they advertised my thigh cream for about 4 years, and we sold tens of millions of dollars with it. This is going to be one we're going to sell. Infomercial might sell hundreds of millions of dollars with. It is that hot. So with that, we're also, in order to support commercial packaging and pricing levels, so they have margins, we're going to have some packs. And also, these packs will be available for distributors. They're going to be like $500 packs. And the product that is in them, if it's a commercial account, they'll get a deeper discount, and that will reduce the PVBV on it, but we'll have to verify that's where it goes with it. But it still will be substantial, because you'll be selling $500 worth of material and to say a salon or a fitness center or something like that. And so it's going to have the opportunity for you to buy the $500 pack if you want, and you'll get a bigger discount so that you can retail these much easier and make more profit on what you're doing. And yes, this is what we're talking about, is retailing with this, as well as developing distributors. This is such a hot item, it will retail if you were standing next to somebody on a street corner and mentioned it. It's that good. So the retail opportunity will be great. And now with the big settlement that Herbalife had with the FTC, boy, they put an onerous burden on Herbalife, and it was that they have to greatly increase their retail sales, and they're only going to allow a certain percent of what the person buys as a distributor for personal use to be commissionable, which is really absurd. But that's a personal agreement. That does not affect the industry, even though the FTC may want to do that. But what we're going to do is we're going to do it ahead of time. We're going to sell, so if they come in and say there aren't retail sales, and it's hard to believe in this country they can demand that you make retail sales, and I don't think they can from the New Ways thing, but Herbalife did some things. They got in trouble with them. They paid a $200 million fine for it. And so, but some of those things that we see, we know that regulators want, even though the law isn't there, and retailing is a big one. And so this is going to be the most retailable product you have ever sold. And once you sell it, if you learn how to sell, and you should go on YouTube and watch my video and take down some notes on it, copy it, and it's Professional Selling by Tom Mower. And so when you see that, I was a professional sales manager for one of the largest companies in America in industrial chemicals. And with that, I know how to sell and how to train people to sell. And so this will be good for you with a commercial account if you learn this. And even the principles there are so vital in working with other people. Now, the fortune in this thing is really to be in the initial sales and the follow-up with it too. But it's going to be the kind of thing that people will want to even auto-purchase. And when you've sold it, there will be an automatic response to a number of other products that you can add with it. So all that being said, that's really quite exciting. But it's going to be a super exciting product for home parties. And we're also going to be developing a virtual home party on the internet, which this product is fantastic for, so that you can have a home party going on the internet with people all over the country, all over the world, in your own home party there. So there's a lot to tell you about with this product, except what the product is. And we don't want to let it out now for the reason that we're putting things through, we're getting our patents done, and we want to be able to strike when we have got everything right and the dynamics are so powerful. Now, we have looked through hundreds of formulations and tested them in laboratories and getting this product down, because it was very difficult to be able to construct and to make because of some complexities that are in things. But we have it now. And so you will be stunned and amazed when you see what it can do for you. It's this is an exaggeration, but suppose that you could take a pill every day for a month and you'd lose a pound a day for a month. Wouldn't that be an automatic sale if you had that kind of thing? Well, this product has that, very similar to that kind of power, perhaps in some ways even greater, because it's going to generate instant excitement when people see what the potential and what this product can do for them. And I can promise you it will. So I wanted to be on the call today to tell you what was coming so that you could do two things. Get yourself in order so that you're ready to work and start working, and get your downlines into the same thing and recruit new distributors so that you have a large organization. If you had a person sitting there and they had 10 distributors in their downline and they're all ready to work, I'll bet you by the end of the year you'd have 100, possibly hundreds and hundreds of them in a downline if you just had 10 good ones ready to go to work. If you're sitting out there and you have a distributorship that has 1,000 people in your organization, and when they see this product, when you do it right, your distributorship could go into the tens of thousands of people. But remember, our program is unilevel. You get paid width to depth, and there's a huge amount of money in the first 7 levels. So what do you want to do if you've got somebody good? Build another leg wide, and that gives you a lot more power in what you're doing. So when you consider this, and we'll be selling $500 packs probably by the tens of thousands that will be going out with this. Look at the volume that's going to come through. And even the individual ones is going to have volume. And the tie into other products is going to have more volume. So this is going to be so retailable, so desirable, that you will be out of your gourd with what this can do for you and what it's doing for you if you'll get your rear in gear and get to work. It's time to, I'm not saying you're not. Some of you are, and some are not, and a lot of people fall off. That's the way it is in MLM, because they can't make enough money, or they simply aren't willing to work and pay the price. But this is one where you can make a lot of money. You can make a lot of money fast. It goes through a program. It'll be fast start, so it'll be paid daily. Can you imagine selling some $500 packs to salons and being paid daily in the whole upline? This is going to change the dynamics of our company tremendously. This is like a giant booster rocket that pushes the space shuttle up. And we're already going up, and now we're locking onto this giant booster rocket, and it's going to take us to where we're going to go through 1 billion in a very short period of time, I think, and then on to multiple billions of dollars a year in sales. So I wanted to give you enough heads up and advance notice and start to get everything going. I know it's summer, but get things going now, because when it comes and if you've got your forces organized and ready, and we'll start putting out materials for you on this, and that could come out within, probably mid-August, that we could bring some materials and start to bring them out and do some training so you can get this thing going. Because quite candidly, when this breaks loose to the distributors that are going to throw themselves into it, which I hope is almost everyone, all hell will break loose in MLM. This is going to be with such a fury and such a fire like you have never, ever seen before in your life. And for having people wanting to use this and knowing every person will know hundreds of other people that will want to use it, and they can talk to a total stranger who will want to use it. You can do cold calling, all kinds of things like that to build your downline. This truly, after what you're hearing me say today, is it not a dream product of MLM? Is this, these kinds of things, this is the product of all products, because it does everything for the company with retailing, recruiting, and training distributors, and we're going to do it on a massive scale. So mark this on your calendar. 2016, it'll be over half, it'll be about half over, or better than that, 2/3 over when we launch this thing. But by the end of the year, your downline organizations could double, triple, quadruple. Who knows how big they can be, but they can become massive. But it has to be presented to the masses, and that's where we're direct selling, so that's for you to do. But we're going to step in and help you with other things too. And as we see the people that are building, as we get leads, and we'll have lots of people calling the company on this one wanting to get it, and we're going to fire them right back out to you who are the active ones doing it. So that's my message for today. I hope that's got you on fire. If you're not, your wood's wet, I can tell you that, because this is the greatest single discovery that I have ever seen. I've been in this for 30 years, and I've never seen one that has the enormous power that this has to do what I believe it will do. This is my belief, but I think I've had some strokes of genius on a few things and how to market this now that just hit me within the last couple of days. And so we're taking the dynamics out, and we're going to give you ways to maximize your income for it, so you can look at your job as dispensable. We think that many people are going to make so much money they can't afford to go to work on their job, just over broke. And so you're going to want to, even part-time, you could make a massive income part-time. This thing has wings of its own. It will catch the air. It will go. And all it needs is some people to blow on it and to make it, take it to other people so they can see it. And it's not complex. It's not difficult to explain. So it's got all the things that really is so desirable in network marketing. So with that, I'll turn the time back to Dan and encourage all of you, get your rear into warp drive. It's go. Back to you, Dan.